Hello, Lakers Nation. Welcome back to your go-to channel, Los Angeles Lakers News Network, your daily hotspot for everything purple and gold. Today, we've got some jam-packed and breaking updates about our Los Angeles Lakers that just surfaced a few hours ago. And trust me, if you're a real Lakers fan, you absolutely don't want to miss this. So before we dive into today's headline-grabbing developments, I've got just one small request. If you're new here, smash that like button. Hit subscribe and turn on the notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest Lakers news. Now, without further ado, let's kick things off with our first headline of the day. Update 1. LeBron's powerful gesture goes viral after Jayson Tatum's devastating injury. In a moment that reminded us all of the respect and camaraderie that exists beyond the heated rivalries of the NBA, LeBron James made headlines for his heartfelt reaction to Jayson Tatum's shocking injury during Game 4 against the New York Knicks. It all went down late in the fourth quarter. Tatum, who had been torching the floor with 42 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and 4 steals, collapsed awkwardly after a steal attempt involving OG Anunoby. The arena went silent as Tatum grabbed his right ankle in visible agony, spinning on the hardwood, pain written all over his face. Trainers rushed to the scene, and moments later, cameras showed him being wheeled off the court, his ankle fully immobilized. At that point, the game took a back seat. The Celtics would go on to lose 121-113, falling behind 3-1 in the series. But the larger concern in the NBA community was about Tatum's condition. Among the first to respond? None other than our king, LeBron James. On social media, LeBron didn't need many words. He simply posted 4 praying hands emojis along with the phrase Big Deuce, a nod to Tatum's nickname, which is also a tribute to his son, Deuce. It was short, simple, and yet incredibly powerful. While James and Tatum have often been on opposite sides of the court, especially with the Lakers and Celtics' historic rivalry, their bond has grown. They were recently teammates in All-Star exhibitions and shared the same locker room as part of Team USA training camps. This move from LeBron sparked reactions across the NBA universe. Fans, players, and analysts alike pointed out how James continues to set the standard for sportsmanship, reminding us that respect trumps competition when it comes to the brotherhood of the league. As we wait for an official update on Tatum's status, which at this time remains unconfirmed, one thing's for sure. LeBron's message went beyond basketball. It showed leadership, class, and the kind of mutual respect that makes this game beautiful. Now, with Boston's playoff hopes hanging by a thread and Tatum's health uncertain, all eyes are not just on Game 5, but on the rehab room. And for Lakers Nation, while we never cheer for a rival, we recognize greatness when we see it. And today, LeBron reminded us of that once again. Awesome! Let's dive straight into the second major update, which just shook up the entire NBA landscape and has direct implications for the Lakers' future. Update 2. Nico Harrison's wild comeback. From Luka trade fury to #1 pick. Euphoria all right, Lakers Nation. Buckle up, because this next one is sending shockwaves across the league, and it involves a twist that could change the balance of power in the Western Conference. Just a few hours ago, the Dallas Mavericks front office exploded with joy as they unexpectedly landed the #1 overall pick in the upcoming NBA draft. Front and center of that explosion? Mavericks GM Nico Harrison, the man who's been in the hot seat ever since he pulled off one of the most jaw-dropping trades in recent memory, sending Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers before this season's trade deadline. Yup. That blockbuster deal saw the Lakers send over Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and valuable draft picks to Dallas in exchange for Doncic, a move that sent fans into a frenzy on both sides. But here's the twist. Since that trade, Nico Harrison has been living in the firestorm. Mavericks fans were chanting for his firing. Social media was ruthless. Many believed he mortgaged the future. But then came draft lottery night, and in a twist of fate, Dallas pulled a miracle. They snagged the top pick, despite incredibly low odds. And just like that, the narrative flipped. A viral video captured the exact moment the Mavericks front office found out. In it, Harrison is seen leaping from his seat, pumping his fists, and practically roaring in celebration. Within minutes, the clip had over 230,000 views, blowing up on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Some fans are still skeptical. Nico doesn't deserve this moment. It's still fire, Nico. He better not mess this up. But here's why this affects us here in LA. If Dallas selects Cooper Flagg, the Duke phenom who's already being compared to future MVPs, the Mavericks could have another superstar in the making to pair with their new core of Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and Klay Thompson. Yes, Kyrie is still recovering from an ACL injury, but a healthy Kyrie with a defensive anchor like Davis and a young prospect like Flagg? That's a threat to our playoff seeding next season. The Mavericks also now hold a promising bench with names like Max Christie, Derek Lively, and Jaden Hardy ready to make a leap. Suddenly, the Mavericks look like a team with both star power and depth. Two things the Lakers need to focus on during this offseason. And let's not forget the elephant in the room. This trade was a gamble by Rob Pelinka, too. While we got Doncic, it put pressure on the Lakers to win now. Because if Dallas ends up rebuilding faster around their youth, while the Lakers stall out with an aging core and limited assets, history may not judge the trade favorably. But here's the silver lining. The better Anthony Davis plays in Dallas, the more spotlight shines on how Luka Doncic is performing in LA. And from all early signs, Doncic is loving the purple and gold. So Lakers Nation, the pressure is on. Not just on the court, but in the front office too. Because if Dallas reloads correctly, we might be staring at a future playoff rival that we helped build. Update 3. Austin Reaves trade rumors. Heat up. Clippers eyed as shock landing spot amid contract chaos. Lakers fans, brace yourselves. Because the Austin Reaves saga just took a sharp and emotional turn. The undrafted fan favorite who rose from underdog to indispensable has now found himself at the center of swirling trade rumors. And this time, the whispers are coming from right across the hall. Yes, the Los Angeles Clippers are now emerging as a real threat to steal AR-15 away. Let's break it down. Since joining the Lakers in 2021, Reeves has done nothing but prove himself. From gritty defensive stops to clutch buckets, he's evolved into a 20-point-per-game scorer, starting every game last season and becoming a locker room leader. He's got the heart, the hustle, and he bleeds purple and gold. But here's where it gets complicated. Reeves is under a solid deal, 4 years, $53.8 million. But starting next summer, he becomes eligible for a contract extension worth $82.9 million over 4 years. And while that's a raise, many analysts believe it undervalues his true worth. According to multiple sources, if Reeves opts out in 2026, he could command up to $42.5 million per season on the open market. That's max money for a player who's just hitting his prime. This puts the Lakers in a cap space squeeze. With the front office reportedly prioritizing size, wing defense, and versatility, Reeves' extension might not fit into the new blueprint. That's where the trade chatter begins. And now, enter the Clippers. According to Bovada Sportsbook, the Clippers are one of the betting favorites to land Reeves, alongside the New York Knicks and Miami Heat. Despite losing Paul George last summer, the Clippers remained a playoff team, pushing the Nuggets to 7 games in the first round. But what they lack is a consistent shooting guard who can both score and facilitate. That's exactly what Reeves brings. If the Clippers manage to pry Reeves away from the Lakers, it won't just be a roster move, it'll be a psychological blow to Lakers Nation. Trading a rising star to a crosstown rival, that's the kind of decision that fans don't forget, especially when it's someone who's worn the Lakers jersey with pride, grit, and heart. And here's where things really heat up. Yahoo Sports' Eddie Bitar recently floated a blockbuster scenario that shows just how serious things are getting. Lakers receive. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks receive. Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Knecht, plus 2 major future picks. It's wild. It's aggressive. But it tells you everything you need to know. Reeves is no longer untouchable. The front office is thinking titles, not sentiment. And if the numbers don't work, and they very well might not, Reeves could be gone. Whether it's for cap relief, star chasing, or just a better roster fit, one thing's certain: this summer is going to be turbulent. So, Lakers Nation, how would you feel seeing AR-15 in a Clippers jersey? Because if these rumors continue to heat up and the contract demands don't align, that bitter possibility may become a reality. And that's a wrap on today's massive updates. Lakers Nation. From LeBron's class act in support of Jayson Tatum, to the Mavericks flipping the narrative with the #1 pick, and now the Austin Reaves situation hitting DEFCON 1. This has been one of the most eventful days in Lakers news in recent memory. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should the Lakers hold firm on Reeves or cash in while his value is sky high? Was the Doncic trade still a W after Dallas landed the top pick? And what's your prediction for the Lakers' next big move? If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking story. This is Los Angeles Lakers News Network, where the pulse of Lakers Nation beats every single day. Until next time, stay loyal, stay loud, and as always, go Lakers!